And I think we are live. Welcome, boys and girls, to another wonderful week of ZombSquad action. I am your host, Zemad Lobster. How are you all doing? It's great to see you all here, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-hosts, Spike and Kyle. How are you both doing? Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was on mute on Discord. That because I know how to. I'm a professional. How you both doing?
Good.
Yo, what's up?
What's up? We are live. We are ready for another great week, and we got some juicy topics to get into. I'll be real with you. We got some great topics to get into. But first, we got a little announcement to get into before we. Just making sure that's all fine. There we go. Beautiful. We got some juicy gameplay there. Okay, so the announcement, if I dare say any, is we've come up with a new system. If you want to get on the podcast, we've come up with a much more simple way of ensuring that we can get as many of you guys on as possible. And so we've made a new Twitter for ZombSquad, okay? It's linked down in the description. So all you got to do is follow us and then tweet us to say that you want to be on the show. We can get your name down, and then it's a much more manageable way of us being able to get as many of you guys on as possible. And that's kind of the idea behind this all. So we hope to get quite a few of you, because that's what this podcast is. You know, it's community. It's always been community, and it always will be. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the weeks to come ahead. But hello everyone in the chat. I hope you're all doing very fantastically. Oh boy, it's gonna be great. Oh, my man's gone upside down.
Yep.
There he is. Good man.
I'm back.
Okay. So. Right, just get this right. It's actually quite bonkers, to be fair. Because I think Tuesdays, because obviously a lot of the DLCs and games, well, not games, sorry, DLCs generally drop on a Tuesday, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
it's either Tuesday or Thursday.
Tuesday or Thursday. Okay. Because that's interesting that we could this actually might work in our favor really damn well, because we could potentially get information shortly before we do the episodes, and then we have like a shit ton to talk about. Like, that's
absolutely perfect.
But I'm excited for this because we've had some great information. Well, I say great. They're rumors. Don't get me wrong. They're rumors. And I always take rumors with a pinch of salt, especially when they come from certain sources. But this source was actually a guy who worked at Kotaku. I think he was the guy who wrote the original article about Treyarch taking over COD 2020. And he's been feeding us a fair bit of information. Again, it's all rumors, it's all like, you know, subjective. But what he's basically said is this. I'm just gonna get this up real quick. So what he's basically said, right, is that according to this, with everything that's going on in the world right now, the game is not being delayed. Apparently, Treyarch are still working to, well, it might be Treyarch, it might be Activision, could be either, but apparently both are working on pushing the game out to come out this year. Now, do we think that's gonna? How much do we think that's gonna affect it? I want to hear from you boys. What do you guys think?
Kyle, do you want to go first?
So how would it affect the game with? Yeah, repeat the question again, Jack.
So the game is still due to come out this fall, probably November, right. I'd say. They're not looking to push it back a year, with everything that's going on and with the short time that Treyarch had to work on this game. Do we think releasing it this year is going to be good or bad, and how much do we think it's going to affect the game if it does release this year?
Yeah. With the current state, it feels like it would be good for it to be possibly delayed to give more time to work on it, but I kind of still releasing it now. So hopefully that's a good thing. I don't know. It could potentially be bad. Just depends
Okay.
on
So
their
given the choice,
resources and then
so given the choice between the 2 years, which one would you prefer it be released on, this year or next year?
enemy wants it this year, like right now. I
like right this
feel
second.
like yeah, but I feel like probably it could possibly the better thing could be for the next year is what I would.
Okay.
But
All right, Spike. What do you
that's
think?
all.
This is now. I would really have hoped that it was going to launch next year, just because with how little development time that they've had for this game, they need as much time as possible. And I would have thought that Treyarch would have fought tooth and nail to get as much time as possible.
Yeah. So you think so out of the 2 years, what do you think is going to happen with the game? Despite this article saying that it's still due to come out this year.
I think it's like with everything that's going on, people are like devs are literally having to work from home. I've seen like other developers and even some at Treyarch like literally working from home and like working in the back of their pickup truck like at home.
Right.
And that's a bad move. That's a bad move for it to launch this year, and that's if that they are launching it this year. If that's a very bad move because we're just gonna get another Black Ops 4 on launch, but even worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Like quite frank, I think I see a lot of people saying that this year's COD is just gonna literally be a shit show because of Trout taking over at the last minute, them having less, like, probably a year and a half, maybe less, to work on the actual game, and now with everything that is going on in the world, it's just. I hope they can pull it off. I sincerely hope, because part of me is actually really looking forward to what this game's going to have to offer, particularly with this. A lot of this stuff has been circulating around. I'm intrigued to see what they do with it. If they do manage to actually what's it? If they do manage to get it out this year and it be somewhat stable, they're still gonna have their issues. And it's as you said, Spike. I don't think anyone wants another BO4.
Right. And another thing to think about is like how are they QA testing the game?
Apparently from home.
That's just I mean, I can kind of say they probably have some representative go to the QA testers place and then just monitor them, I guess.
Yep.
That's probably how I see it, but everyone's just wearing a face mask.
It's just such a pain because everyone does have to work from home. Like, and I know
Yeah.
a lot of the designers and the artists are still able to complete tasks, but to what extent? Like,
Right.
but I mean, also this new game. So a lot of people is and especially this guy Jason, I can never pronounce the surname, Shaya, I think it might be. I apologize if that
Schreier.
Jason Schreier.
I say Schreier.
Thank you. He's the guy who's been kind of hinting towards all of this information. He's been hearing a lot of inside stuff that all the rumors that were back in the day about this being a Vietnam and Cold War game. Apparently that stuff is true. Again, taking it with a grain of salt, a lot of the stuff is true. Which I'm happy. I'm glad they're going back to those gritty, boots on the ground stuff from World of War and Black Ops. I'm glad about that.
Yeah.
But the title of the game, I'm very 50-50 on. The title of the game, according to this guy, is Call of Duty Vietnam. Now, and apparently it's meant to have some connection to the Black Ops universe, but it's not, in full caps, exclamation point, it's not a Black Ops reboot. It's gonna be connected somehow, but it's kind of keeping its own momentum. What do you guys think of that?
I am so fucking happy that it's not a fucking reboot.
Yeah, really.
Like, what do you think of the name though? Call of Duty Vietnam? Guys in chat as well, let me know. What do you guys think of this supposed name, like, of it being Call of Duty Vietnam?
I think it's really simple and like, I don't know, it's such an easy thing to do. Like, it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to word it. It's just, maybe it could be a good route to take. Because it's like, it's such an easy, like, idea.
Right.
Yeah.
And plus, they already have, like, a bunch of, like, Vietnam-related stuff from Black Ops, so they could just take the assets from there. So.
True, that's true. And you think
Especially with that one mission.
that stuff is practically going to be updated, remastered? But they'd have to get a lot of new stuff in though as well.
Well, yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah. But Carl, what do you think of it?
I think it's probably the best name they could come up with. Keeping it simple, yeah. It just doesn't seem like there's much other route to take. I mean, unless they were going to do, like people said, like Ops 5, but
Sure.
Ops V for Vietnam. I think that'd be clever. I think that's like the best thing you can do.
Yeah, Black Ops V Vietnam that's a pretty clever name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Without necessarily saying Black Ops 5.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people will probably still end up calling it Black Ops 5.
True.
Like, I can see it happening.
That's probably why they went with Vietnam, just straight up, instead of adding the Black Ops there. That would make sense.
Yeah, literally says people turning around and saying, "Hey, I got Black Ops 5. It's called Call of Duty Vietnam, mate. You gotta say it right." And you're just like, "Fuck." Okay. Whatever floats your boat. But it's, I mean, nonetheless, I'm excited for this game. Like, I hope it kind of has like a little. I'm hoping it has kind of a little side connection to the Black Ops universe, but I'm really hoping it's its own entity, that it maintains its own name.
I feel like they're going to do another Black Ops 3 where they just drop a name and that's it, like how they did with Raul Menendez.
Well, like different endings.
No, like in Black Ops 3, they just dropped Menendez's name in the middle of the campaign. It had nothing else to do with it.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's probably just gonna be another version of that. So you're just like, oh yeah, it is in the same universe, but it's like its own thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just hoping for kind of like little Easter eggs. If I had to say it. Like,
I can definitely see them doing a lot of references.
Like I don't want little Easter eggs in Zombies. Zombies needs to be its own thing. They've ended Ether. That's it. I don't want any little hints like, you know, Monty's scarf just kind of waving in the wind, or, you know, you see the hat of the Shadow Man just kind of appear, and I'm just like, no, you ended this fucking story. Leave it there. Just leave it there. Give us something new.
We'll get to that stuff. We'll get to that stuff more in detail later on, though.
Once we actually finally get trailers for it. Well, when do you guys think the trailer's going to drop? Do you think it's already the 21st of April, so we're coming to the end of April? So what, next month maybe?
I'm thinking July.
Really, that late?
Well, yeah, just to think, like, they've had hardly any development time from one of the sources that I've heard from Nero Cinema, one of his videos saying that like they have multiplayer maps, but nothing is textured.
Right.
They probably won't have anything that's like showable until then.
Okay, that's fair. Like, so, all right. So you're saying July, Kyle. What would your prediction be for the trailer release? And we're talking campaign trailer. We don't normally get zombies trailers until like 2 months before the game actually comes out. So
Oh yeah.
I'm talking campaign trailer, like revealing the actual name of it, what it's going to intake, stuff like that.
Did they say the month it's being released?
They
Or
haven't
just
confirmed
fall?
the month.
Just
They haven't confirmed the month.
okay.
Me personally, I'm saying November. I think they're going to go back to a November release.
I hope it's November too.
Like, I just hope they don't do another October, because they saw how
Yeah.
that worked out for them last time. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because
let's go out the limits. Let's say November. What would you predict? When would you predict the trailer would drop?
I
Because
still say
usually
July.
don't. Yeah, they usually don't. They usually do a teaser and then do E3, like a reveal thing at E3 in July. So, or I feel like.
Well, E3's canceled.
Well, yeah, Ryan. That's what I was That's what I'm trying to think about. Like, man.
Not
yeah,
only that, San Diego Comic-Con, that's cancelled as well.
Right.
So they're very limited on their marketing.
Yeah, very limited.
I'm probably leaning more towards like end of June, July.
I mean,
Okay.
probably I think they'll do another version of what they did for Black Ops 4, where they dropped up like a date when they were gonna stream on Twitch, and then they showed off the name.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'd say end of June, July would be the teaser or the main trailer? Because to be quite frank, it could be they could merge them both into one for all we know.
True.
Like we could literally have kind of like Modern Warfare scenario where we had the reveal of the campaign, and at the end we finally got the official name of it saying Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So they could do a similar scenario to that. We could have them showing what the campaign's going to be, a couple of the missions, and then at the end we finally see the name appear there on screen. Because it's as we're saying, they're very limited on time, and so they can't pull another Black Ops 4 scenario where they give us like this little teaser saying like, forget what you know, and then we had the big massive community event that revealed practically everything. Like, they can't do that again. It's just not possible.
Yeah, they don't have the money to do that either.
Yeah, they'll more than likely just send.
Like, money's a big problem. Like, this game could be. We have no idea. I'm waiting for a trailer to properly see how I feel about it. If they go back to a Black Ops 1 type scenario, I'm gonna love it regardless. Because Black Ops 1, to this day, remains my favorite campaign out of any Call of Duty. I loved every single mission in that, and I loved how like the steps in Vorkuta, they mimic Origins mimicked those steps with the names of them, and so Black Ops 1 and for me it goes Black Ops 1 and World at War, because also the feel of the Black Ops 1 guns in the campaign and the and multiplayer as well, they felt like proper weapons, whereas I love World at War's campaign, don't get me wrong, it's fantastic, but there's something about Black Ops 1 campaign that I would go back and play that campaign, and I would really enjoy myself playing it. Like, that's just me. But we don't know. We don't know until we actually get a trailer, and I'm hoping we do get a trailer soon.
I'm thinking probably late June, early July.
Okay, so should we set that as the final prediction then? Late June, early July.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Guys in chat as well. I want to see. I want to see what you guys think when you think this trailer will probably be released. But yeah, like it not being a Black Ops reboot, I'm happy about.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to. I I'm one of the smaller members of the community that's saying I really dislike Modern Warfare. I don't like it at all. Like I can't get on with that game to save my life, and I'm not gonna force myself to play the game when there are other Call of Duties out there. I'll come back and I'll actually enjoy playing.
Yeah, we're in the same boat, Jack.
Just modern, but I just don't want them to go down that Modern Warfare path of it being a Black Ops reboot, and then everything just kind of falls apart.
Right.
Like, to me, that I don't want them to do another battle royale. I don't want them to do another battle royale. I want to see a standard Call of Duty game of campaign, multiplayer, zombies. That's what I want.
The whole battle royale craze is practically dead now. Nobody wants to play it. It's just.
You say that though. Warzone has hit 50. What was it? 50.
It's because it's different. It's because it's different.
What was it? 50,000 or 50 million players in total?
Million.
50 million players. So I wouldn't say battle royale is dead. Like my friend Ben Mercer XCI, he recently went back and played Blackout. And he's played Warzone quite a bit, and he prefers Blackout for the way that it plays, for like, you know, the weapons and just the map layout.
Blackout's just way simpler.
Yeah, it is.
My issue with Warzone is it gives me the exact same feeling of Ghost multiplayer. You get shot from nowhere, and you don't see the guy until you're actually dead. And that's my problem with it.
That's how I feel with Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
I just think it's just another COD Ghost to me.
Yeah, that's exactly how it feels. Like, I play it with my. I've played Warzone maybe 3 times, and those 3 times I played with my cousin who's on PlayStation. But the first game, I'm not gonna lie, the first game I quite enjoyed, but then the second game and third game, I was just constantly getting shot from nowhere. I was dying, and then the enemy would appear, and I'm just like, I don't want another Ghost scenario. I just don't. If with this Black Ops game, well, with this next Call of Duty game, if they maintain the balancing of Black Ops 2's multiplayer, I will probably end up playing a lot of multiplayer, because that to me is the most balanced multiplayer out of any Call of Duty, for the weapons and for the maps. If they can maintain that, I'll be happy. And Zombies, just please allow cross-platform. Please allow cross-platform. That's all I'm asking for in Zombies. Like, yeah, I'm excited for the launch map, whatever it's going to be. But I want cross-play. I want to be able to play with my friends on PlayStation and play with my friends on PC. Like, I love my Xbox guys, don't get me wrong, and I'm so happy I've got such an awesome group of people to play Call of Duty with. But this way it branches out. You know, you could have like 2 guys from Xbox, 1 guy from PlayStation, 1 guy from PC, all playing in one match, trying to solve an Easter egg or trying to complete an Easter egg. How awesome would that be? I'd love that. Like, that'd be amazing. Yeah. And like once the game has gone on a bit longer as well, and the Easter eggs are actually enjoyable, fingers crossed, you're gonna want to come back and play them more. And then your PlayStation friends could turn around and say, "Hey, do you fancy helping me help this guy complete this Easter egg?" I'm just like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Like, it's there, and they've seen crossplay work with Modern Warfare. It's the only thing Modern Warfare's done right, in my opinion, is crossplay.
Yeah.
I just want them to bring it for Zombies. It's all I'm asking for. And I'm sure you guys would want the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like right now it's the way of the future for COD. It's like, to me, it just makes sense.
I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, no, all of this information, and as much as I refrain from these people like the Gaming Revolution and DK Dynamite who have inside knowledge of what the maps are going to be on launch. There's a possibility of one of them being a transit-style London map, which sounds great, but I'm not believing that a single bit until I see a trailer. Like, those leakers, I'll always take that stuff with a grain of salt, and that's how I've always been with leaks. Like this Jason guy, for instance, it's a bit different for him, because his story on Treyarch developing Call of Duty 2020 has turned out to be true, and he's a trusted source from Kotaku. He's not a YouTuber who will, like, you know, dive into the game's files to find stuff, or he'll have inside information that we don't know where the hell it's come from. Like, it's a bit different for him. But we can only hope to see. Right, that's just. But anywho, like, so that covers our topic of COD 2020. That was a lot of stuff, actually. Now next one. Replayability in Zombies. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but would you agree with me to say that Black Ops 3 is the most replayable Zombies experience?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I agree with that 100%.
You agree with that, Carl? You agree with that?
Yep.
So my question is, to you two, and guys in chat as well, I want to hear this from you guys as well. What do you think made Black Ops 3 so much more replayable than Black Ops 4?
Kyle, do you want to go first?
Well, I would say, like, last talked about how I like the specialist, a unique specialist weapon for each map. That was I thought very unique, and was like part of the reason why you would want to go. You know, like for me, like Zetsubo, like the Skull and Sap boy, or Apothicon Sword. Or, you know, Garrod Krovi for the Gauntlet.
Yeah, I see that.
I think I feel like all the maps are like, and they give you a new setting for each one. The East to it's not like crazy, you know, more overwhelmed, very Black Ops. I just think it's just the feel, the sound, you know, the sound within each map is great. That just very much gets you in the mood. I just think the gameplay is somewhat more in that aspect.
Okay. Yeah, I see. So yes, you're definitely on the side of you like the map specific specialists. Yeah. Okay, I like that. I to be honest, I completely agree with you on that. Like that to me is like, take as you said, Zetspo, for instance. You go back and you use the skull. It gives you a reason to want to go and play that map again. Garrod Krovi with the Gauntlet. So yeah, I like that. Spike, what about you?
I say it has to be the engine and the guns.
The engine and the guns, okay.
The engine just feels really, really smooth and makes everything look really good as well. And every gun in Black Ops 3 can be used in any way, shape, or form.
Right, okay.
Yep. I'd agree with that too.
I mean, the engine's, like, compared to BO4. So my question now then is, like, because to me, Black Ops, the reason why I find Black Ops 3 so much more replayable is the Easter eggs. Because to me, they are all solo friendly.
Yeah, that too.
Exactly.
BO4, well, take Blood of the Dead for instance. I'm never going to try that solo in my life. Because it's tedious. You know, I don't like what I call Prisoner Dave. I don't like that step. Having to run backwards and forwards for a Morse code thing because the zombie's constantly on your ass. I don't like. Like, I mean, I just managed to pull my way through 9 because 9's Easter egg, while it may be somewhat enjoyable, I still don't like the idea of a zombie constantly chasing you, which is why I want them. I'm with Reed in the sense that I want them to bring back crawlers.
Yeah.
Like, bring back crawlers. Maybe, I don't know, maybe give us a specific way that we can, like, take Arthur in Buried, or take the green plant in Zetsubo. It's a way to hold a zombie whilst we're able to run around and do all the steps that we know and then find new ones. Give us that option back. Or take a Black Ops 1 scenario where the crawler does not bleed out. Or maybe give it, I don't know, a 20-minute bleed out. That's still plenty of time for us to run around and actually find and do stuff without a zombie constantly biting our ass cheeks. Like, that's my issue with it. But with BO4, yeah, I just don't. Have you guys ever been burnt out on zombies? Whether it be BO3 or BO4, have you guys ever been burnt out at all?
Yes.
You have. Kyle?
Yeah. It never really. I don't know. It kind of like the last time it didn't really last, but like a day. But I just didn't feel like playing any.
Yeah, sure.
The games I usually play or any of the maps. Yeah.
Okay. So now my question is, what burnt you out on both of you? What burnt you out on, and also specifically, which Zombies experience was it, and what burnt you out on it? Because I'm intrigued to know.
For me, it was a huge part in BO4 because of the community. Everyone was just so hyper negative. It really drained me. Okay. Because I enjoyed the game at the beginning, but with everyone's like super hyper negativity, it was just hard to play.
Okay. So you're saying BO4 because of the community?
Yeah.
That's a good answer actually. Like I've never seen the community this kind of low. Like, what about you, Kyle? What experience was it, and what burnt you out? If it did, that's I'm asking if it did.
It's gonna say, yeah, my answer might not be like crazy, but like I guess just like loving it so much that I play it. You know, like sometimes you just play it so much because it's I don't know. Ever since I started BO3, I've just loved playing. But then again, you do get to a point when that is all you play. That's why I try to, even on Mixer when I stream, I hey, Zombies is my primary game that I play, but seems to kind of toss it in there to keep it fresh.
Sure.
That's me. I get to the point I'm just like, man, I don't know. I'm just not feeling.
Okay, so you're saying that because, because you started it. I remember you saying that you started it in Black Ops 3, and so you then had 14 maps on that game, and then you've gone back to Black Ops 2, and now obviously with Black Ops 4. Right. So you're saying that just you playing it all the time has just burnt you out of the game mode as a whole rather than the individual experiences?
Yeah, like because I've entered pretty late, like starting on BO3, I feel like I'm a little bit of a portion of the community that might be not as burnt out because I haven't, I'm still really like excited, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, you do get to a point at certain points where it's like I can jump on Black Ops 3 and just be like, man, I don't know why, but I just don't feel like playing.
Sure.
Even though I love Black Ops 3, or just the game. Yeah, it's kind of just like, just really just playing it a little bit too much. Maybe kind of not.
Yeah, no, I completely resonate with that, 100%, because there was a point in I'm trying to think of when it was. I think it was quite late in BO3's life cycle, shortly after Chronicles came out. I played all the maps. I got myself to level 1,000, and then after that, I was getting to a point where I was trying to hype myself up to play zombies, but a part of me was just like, I just don't want to. Like, I'd rather kind of just lie in my bed, watch a bit of TV, watch a film, and then another day would come round and it'd be the exactly same scenario, and I'm just like, wow, have I actually burnt myself out on this game yet? And then Black Ops 4 came out, all of the DLCs, but I was doing a lot of camo challenges with the headshots, and I was playing Blood of the Dead a lot and using the gondola strat, and that alone really burnt me out on Black Ops 4. I just did not, for the life of me, I just didn't want to play it anymore. Like, and then I tried to branch off to like different games, and it didn't really work quite well. And I'm just thinking, a part of me will always love zombies, but a part of me also needs to take a step back. Like, I need my breaks. I need my breaks from zombies, and now that I've started doing all of this YouTube stuff, I'm giving myself that one day off, that Sunday off, where I'm not going to be playing games, I'm not going to be doing any editing, I'm literally just going to be chilling. And I think that's going to be my nice little breather, and then I come back to do a stream on Monday. But I'm not doing any more camo challenges. I'm just saying that now. I'm sick of just like, you know, sitting there gondola and just going bub, 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 reload, bub, bub, bub. I don't want to be doing that for the rest of them, but like for God knows how many guns. I don't fancy that.
Yeah, that's like with camos. I feel like it's more fun and it's probably less likely to happen, but it's like, it's more aren't trying to do when you just try to grind for camos on BO4, it's just like, yeah,
it's
like,
exhausting.
I don't know how they could.
I mean,
you know,
Spike's
can they do
a good
that
example.
Spontaneous thing?
Like, Spike's a good example because he has been absolutely grinding. He's grinded the vast majority of those camos to get diamond in quite a few scenarios. And
finished. I did all the ARs in a week.
Like, my God,
actually not even in a week. I completed it over like a weekend.
But what gives you that motivation? What gives you that dedication to actually get those camos done?
I had the energy to play.
I wish I had that energy. I'm real with you. Like, I just wish I had that energy. Sometimes, not all the time. Like that game of Shadows that we played the other day, where it was just a nice chill game of our favorite map. I loved it. I absolutely loved it.